Excellent.
Alright, well, looks like things are pretty stable at this end. So, hello there. You've already heard Wyndon in the background showing that I'm not alone. But of course, I am Maniacal Engineer, Bulbagarden Forum's head administrator, and welcome to the...
Uh,
well, okay, hi Wyndon.
Hello. Yes, I might be nice if I got an introduction too. I'm Wyndon Calling. You will find me over on the Bulbagarden forums as merely an admin, but I'm also deputy social media person here.
So all of those ridiculous tweets that you see on our Twitter channel come from him. Anyway,
Ridiculous. I think you mean excellent.
Mimetic, whatever. In any case, welcome back. This is going to be the final episode of my Brilliant Diamond playthrough using nothing but flying types. And since I haven't done this in a few episodes, and this is my last chance to do so, just a reminder that this series is, of course, in memory of Kasha the Cockatiel, who passed away back in November and was my beloved pet for about 12 and a half years. With that out of the way, I figured we could actually stand to watch the Brilliant Diamond, uh, to watch the Brilliant Diamond, intro one last time. One thing that I will point out, too, if you look in the bottom right corner of the screen, they actually listened to me while I was complaining during the Shiny Dialga hunt, where this screen was just pitch black for like a minute. It's no longer pitch black for like a minute. Now we actually have the little teeny tiny jumping starters again. So hey, at least it's not completely boring. Am I right?
Those are legitimately one of my favourite editions of the Sinnoh remakes.
What, the jumping starters while the screen is loading?
Oh yes, oh yes. Maybe that just said more about my opinions about the rest of the remakes, but yep, I thought those were a lovely little touch.
I mean, look, there was literally an update to the software that did that, and I'm like, did you seriously have to update the software just for that? But anyway, that is something that I've noticed since my search for the Shiny Dialga, in that it does look like Game Freak actually listens to us occasionally, because I was complaining for hours and hours and hours on end that screen was just boring. And now it's not boring, because it's got the jumping starters.
You have no idea how exciting my life is right now. Today I wrote some very exciting bullet points on the upcoming consultation on the card acquiring market from the payment systems regulator. All very sexy stuff.
Sounds delicious. And Raven Razel, you're also correct. If you have a black screen for that long at the beginning of your game, you gotta wonder if the cartridge has gone wonky. Anyway, here we are, Brilliant Diamond. And of course, once the little jumping starters stop jumping again, this is what you've all been waiting for. You know what this is? This is the Shiny Spiritomb Hunt! No. I am not hunting for Shiny Spiritomb. But I did want to at least see Spiritomb. I did want to see Spiritomb, and I did want to capture Spiritomb on screen, just because. So last night, I will say, last night I was off between episodes, and I did actually grind up. I needed, I think, 1 or 2 more NPCs in the underground, and so I found them, and I made sure to save right before this tower, and I'm gonna get it with no problem. So, yay, very climactic. But yeah, I did want to at least do that on screen for reasons.
It is quite an odd Pokemon in some respects to have such a convoluted encounter method. When it's a relatively plain in terms of stats, typing, move pool.
Okay, no. In the game that it was introduced, no, its typing was phenomenal because it had no weaknesses.
I mean, that counts for something, sure, but you know, we're not talking a base 600 base stat total or anything.
Well, no, but most Pokemon don't have that kind of. Thank you for the follow, Octane Hyperion. But most Pokemon don't have that kind of base stat total. And hello there, Cobalt.
Most Pokemon don't require you to go through. I can barely even remember the conditions you have to go through in order to get it.
You want to know the conditions you have to go through to get this Pokemon? I will tell you because I had to do that last night. What I'll tell you is the original conditions, which was in Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. Okay, at least you got some sleep, Cobalt, I think. But in any case, well, actually, I did also want to talk to this guy, because I found a light of a different color, blah, 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 I get the clear pedestal L, I don't care. So the conditions by which you find Spiritomb in the original Diamond, Pearl, Platinum was you had to go underground, and keep in mind, this was local connection only, right? There was no internet available at that time, right? No internet connection other than local. Go underground and find 32 people. And talk to them.
And you see, I was the person who couldn't really get many available friends for, you know, getting a Graveler into a Golem. Never mind 32 of them.
So here's the thing about the original, though. You didn't actually need 32. Oh, did not actually mean to teach Spiritomb anything, sorry. No. Yes. What I did want to do was I wanted to teach Crobat a move. Sorry, I'm partially distracted here. It's my fault. But you don't actually need 32 people. You can do the same person over and over and over again, as long as you either go above ground or go into your secret base. So you basically just need to get out of the main area of the underground. Screw it, Leech Life's not going to be useful. As long as you get out of the main area of the underground, you can talk to the same person over and over and over again. And I will point out, there is actually a nice little indicator in the game that tells you when, you know, how many people you've spoken to during the course of the game, right? You can see that in your underground stats. But it was meant to be a multiplayer thing, right? It's specifically meant for you to interact with other people.
Mm-hmm.
Dark Magician, thank you for the follow. This is not a Yu-Gi-Oh! Thing, this is a Pokemon thing, I hope you're okay with that. But anyway, in this game, there's now internet, right? So you can have connections with people around the world. But, forget about that, it's a single-player thing. You have to find the NPCs, like specifically the NPCs in the game. And there are, you know, a good number of them in the underground. Gonna buy some items, because why the hell not? This is my last episode. You have to specifically find these NPCs, and, you know, at least 32 of them. Also, hi,
right.
Caps. And not only do you have to find the 32 of them, they spawn in fairly specific locations. I'll top that off to 50, again, because I don't think I'm actually going to need all these items. They spawn in specific locations, and on top of that, there's no way in-game to actually keep track of how many of them you've seen.
And are those the NPCs in the underground?
Yes, they are the underground
right.
NPCs.
Including Emmy, who tells you all about statues.
No,
Hardy,
they
hardy,
all
hard.
tell you exactly the same thing. Like there is what's worse is there is no unique message to each NPC. They will all go through a certain cycle of phrases, and they will all say all of those phrases. Yeah, no. So there's no way to know how many NPCs you've spoken to or which ones you've spoken to. What I ended up doing last night was I was given a tip, right? So if you go, and I'll, before I charge headfirst into the Elite Four, I will show you at least this one small thing with the Underground, because it is a good tip if you're looking to do this. You fly to Orberg City, and if you go underground right in front of the Pokemon Center, right, so let me go underground one final time. And, by the way, I mean, they will, the NPCs will be around, no matter where you are, like, if you're in local, if you're in wireless, if you're wherever. But you can see, right, there's this whole little area that's next to this big big grassy room over here. One NPC will spawn in this area, and then you've got, the sandy areas up on top. One NPC will generate at a time in this area. Then if you go in and out of the Pokemon hideaways, the NPC will reset. There is one normal NPC for this area who shows up, but in this area and on the other area, on the other side of that big grassy room, all of the NPCs have a chance of spawning. So this is the normal NPC for this area. But if you go, so you find her once, you talk to her, and again, talking to the same NPC multiple times doesn't actually, count multiple times. Then you go through and you look around again, and it's probably going to be her again. But in this particular area, and then the mirror side on the other side of the on the other side of that big grassy room in the middle, all of the NPCs have the chance of spawning. A low chance, but that's a way potentially to get NPCs that you're potentially missing, and that's essentially how I was able to get the last couple of NPCs for this mission.
Don't you just love catching Pokemon? To traveling the great outdoors and stalking through the grass and the forests.
I mean, that I don't mind. It's this convoluted BS that we need to go through to catch Spiritomb. Look, I mean, to be fair, Raven Razel, it took me a couple of hours, but I was already at like 31 or 29 or 30 NPCs already, so I only needed to find 2 that I hadn't found yet. But it took me longer than I wanted it to. Like, I normally get home around 6 o'clock in the evening. I was hoping to polish that off in like half an hour or something, go eat dinner, and then go upstairs and finish building that Ultimate Collector Series AT-AT, and still get to bed before midnight. And I didn't end up eating dinner until after 8 o'clock in the evening, which upset my wife, because that's normally when she starts cooking dinner. We're not going there, though. Where we're actually going is I'm going to show off my team in preparation for this Elite Four run, because I've been going for almost 15 minutes, and I have not actually done any progress towards Elite Four shenanigans. Actually, what I'm going to do first is take that lucky egg away from Kasha. Does not need that anymore. Give back, if I can find it, not the Sharp Claw. I want the Shell Bell. Why the heck don't these items go to logical places? Not the Soothe Bell. Where'd my Shell Bell go? Oh, here it is. How the heck did it end up that high up? Alright, and by the way, I have more odd keystones if I want. So here is Kasha, the Staraptor, holding the Shell Bell. I could, but that makes no sense. Naughty Nature. So plus attack, minus special defense. Damn good nature for a Staraptor. The attack stat, very good. The speed stat, pretty good. Intimidate. And final moveset, Brave Bird, Close Combat, Quick Attack, U-Turn. Honchkrow, Ali Capona. Razor Claw for the held item. timid nature, but you will note I have actually messed with its nature. I got it a moss, so no longer is Ali Capona dampened by that minus attack. Instead, it's minus defense and still increased speed. Super Luck ability. So Ali Capona here is a crit machine and has a good moveset to go along with it, with the moves Wing Attack, Dark Pulse, Air Cutter, and Night Slash. Night Slash is almost certainly a guaranteed crit, considering the high affection, the high crit ratio, the Super Luck ability, and that Razor Claw. Surzaki, the Pelipper, finally holding that Damp Rock. Sassy nature. Drizzle for the ability. Minus speed plus special defense, so not a great nature, but that little bit of extra bulkiness may come in handy. Shockwave, Ice Beam, Hurricane, Surf. Also, hello, Caps, I have seen you. Ball
No, you
Eater.
haven't. I'm not here.
I see you. You are here.
Who said
I'm
that?
Fake news. I'm not here.
Ball Eater, now a Gliscor, was only a Gligar the last time I did battle with the Elite Four. Docile Nature, Sandveil ability. Hello there, Snowy. Docile Nature means completely neutral nature. I wish it had Hyper Cutter, but alas, I wasn't going to grind up to that ability capsule in the Battle Tower. Guillotine, Earthquake, Acrobatics, U-Turn. I thought about maybe doing something a little different with this moveset, getting rid of Guillotine, getting rid of Acrobatics, but you know what? I don't care. I'm going in with Guillotine, and I'm going in hard. The illustrious Dr. Eggman, holding the leftovers currently. Oh, and by the way, Gliscor, no held item, at least for the moment, just because Acrobatics. Dr. Eggman, the illustrious Togekiss, my secret weapon that is not so secret against Garchomp. Leftovers, for now, Lax Nature, so that's plus defense minus special defense, Serene Grace, Dazzling Gleam, Grass Knot, Air Slash, Aura Sphere. And finally, Countess 12, the Crobat, currently holding the Poison Barb. Careful Nature, Inner Focus ability, minus special attack, plus special defense, nature, Cross Poison, Toxic, plus Pluck, and U-Turn. I did have Leech Life, I swapped that out for Toxic, because if I can get this in on Cynthia's Cynthia's Milotic, that'll make life much easier. And that's it. That's the team. Thoughts, comments, heckles? You know what?
Pretty damn good team.
It's the same team except for that I went in with the last time, except, except that Ball Eater finally evolved.
Gliscor.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a little heavy on the flying types.
None of my flying types are fat, so don't you say that it's heavy.
That Pelipper is fat.
Don't you call
Hey.
Surzaki fat.
Don't fat shame. We don't fat
It's got
shame
like
here.
100 base defense.
It's got good defense. I need
It's
some good
thick.
defense.
thick.
All right. There should be something iconic to say before I go charging into the other room. Actually, who do I want out front? We'll put Countess 12 up front. Always count on her. And with that...
Nice pun.
Yes, well. With that, I think it's time to charge in. Yabba dabba doo! Or die. Alright, let's do this. I've been
Good
blathering.
luck.
I've been blathering for 20 minutes now. Yes,
Break a leg.
Leroy Jenkins. I did that last time. I did not want to repeat that. Alright, first one up, Aaron. Oh! Oh my god! They actually acknowledged that I battled them before!
Oh, that's sick. I haven't done this yet.
They
I didn't
actually...
know that.
Neither have I. So, I will point out right here now, just about the only thing I know about this is they've got ideal EV spreads, ideal IV spreads, and Cynthia's Garchomp is level 88. That's all I know.
Oh my god.
Unlike when I battled the Elite Four the first time, I do not have I do not have foreknowledge because I was not able to watch the speed gamers on this. Alright, wait a moment, my bug Pokemon are buzzing about something. I must have gotten even stronger. Yes. Yes, Wyndon.
Is Roost a TM in the remakes?
It is. So I was actually debating with Gliscor getting rid of Guillotine and Acrobatics, putting on the leftovers and giving it Rock Slide and Roost instead. And you know what? I realized I did that before it was called Splurb, and it was from my Platinum Let's Play, so no, we're going the Guillotine route this time.
What's the fun of doing something twice?
Exactly.
The same way, at least.
Exactly. Now, I don't like this, because his Yanmega, which he actually has this time, is going to be a pain. Snowy, stop biting me and actually start talking. Ouch, Ancient Power. That was a crit, though, so I'm not terribly worried. That lived. That...
I was hoping it would boost all of its stats.
Shh. Of course you're rooting against me.
You're up against a bug-type trainer. I have to root for the underdog.
Speaking of dog...
Hey now, watch what you say about bug types.
Oh,
They're more
it
useful than you
actually
think.
got a stat boost.
It did, and it didn't matter, so take that. Snowy, you're making more sense than usual. Stop making more sense than usual. I'm sorry, I didn't actually mean that.
I seem to recall in years past that Vespiquen can get Power Gem?
It can. So that's probably what she's, what Aaron is going for this time.
Oh boy.
This is not a Nuzlocke, so I don't care. If Countess 12... Well, actually, I just stole its Citrus Berry. I win! Now watch how I survive because I stole its Citrus Berry. Okay, maybe I would have survived anyway because its attack stat is garbage, but this'll do it. Vespiquen goes down. I didn't even lose the battle. I stole his berry, and I still won. Heracross, huh? Well, just gonna pluck that too. Well, that didn't last long. No! Octane Hyperion, that was an immoral victory because I stole. Oh.
Cast Mug.
This is a problem.
Quickly, learn Heat Wave.
This is a problem.
Maybe you turn to Staraptor and get an Intimidate off. Bravebird is neutral.
How about Toxic? You know what else is neutral?
Toxic is a... yeah.
You know what else is neutral? Close combat's neutral. Bullet Punch. Ouch. That's probably Technician boosted, too.
Oh, yes.
I know who I'm not switching into here. I'm not switching into Dr. Eggman.
Or Sazaki. Does resist.
Gotta go for it. Gotta try it. If I lose this because I tried guillotining instead of Earthquake. One more time.
Risk it for the biscuit.
Yes! Off with its head!
Why don't you just give it drugs so it works every time?
What?
You should just give who has Guillotine Gliscor? You should give it drugs so it works every time.
But that's ridiculous! And I saw this coming, which is why I switched to Ball Eater. I should actually probably have had a Yachi Berry, because this thing probably knows Ice Fang. Oh, evidently not, because it was using Night Slash and is somehow faster than Gliscor.
It is not slow. It's got like 90 base speed.
Gliscor's got higher base speed, I believe. Somebody double check that. But Gliscor was the fastest member of my team in Platinum. I'm not... Okay, I am crazy, but not about this!
Gliscor against Drapion?
Yes.
No. Yeah, I'm like 20 seconds behind.
Well, just like Aaron, you're one step behind. Victory.
So, Gliscor has 95 base speed, and it is in fact a straight tie. They both have 95 base speed.
Then how the hell was his Drapion, which was over 15 levels lower, was 16 levels lower than Gliscor? How the hell was that faster than Gliscor? I'll tell you how.
Maybe it had an
EVs.
item.
Drugs.
Actually, maybe it
Well,
had a
not
choice
drugs.
scarf.
I wouldn't put it past it.
It may have had. All right, let's heal up Countess 12. Let's lemonade on Ball Eater because didn't get that damaged. Wait, was that was my last lemonade? How sad. All right, up front and center. The most diabolical doctor on my team, and no, it is not Dr. Doof, it is Dr. Eggman. Then go have some lemonade, Snowy. Bidoof only run. I'll let Snowy or Wyndon do that.
Hey, I have a friend who did a Bidoof only run, as in only a single Bidoof, no items in battle. And yeah, as far as I'm aware, he's the first person who cleared the remakes doing that.
How? You know what? Never mind.
I
Level
thought that
100
there
Bidoof
was
is a god.
somebody who... There was some big YouTuber that did that, I thought. Was it
Again,
Alvarad?
I don't know. You assume that I know, like, any Pokemon YouTubers. Anyway, again with the acknowledging that I've actually been here before, which I like. Let's see. Oh, one other thing that I will mention regarding the Elite Four run and Cynthia, what have you. Apparently, I actually missed something because there's the original run through the Elite Four, where they're like in the level 50s and 60s. And then there's apparently a point in time between when you battle the Elite Four the first time and when you complete the shenanigans on Mount Stark, resulting in Buck getting eaten by Heatran.
Yes.
Where you can actually battle them again, and you know the Elite Four will be somewhere in the level 60s and Cynthia will be in the level 70s, and they do have slightly different teams. So I do apologize. I assumed that this would be Ice Beam. I assumed that this would be similar to how rematches worked in Platinum, where it was just, you know, pre-Elite Four, pre-Mount Stark Elite Four, and then post-Mount Stark Elite Four, because the original Diamond and Pearl didn't actually have Elite Four rematches. They were always the same level. So I assumed if they were going to use the rematch scheme, it would be the exact same as it was for Platinum. Silly me, I should not have assumed that.
Nah, for some reason they decided that content was good enough to change.
You know what? I actually don't mind it, because it probably would have made life a little bit easier to grind off of. This thing's got sturdy. I don't like that this thing has
definitely
sturdy.
don't mind it either. I just question again. This is the change that they could have... This is an example of the change that they did make, which is honestly kind of a baffling one, when there were plenty of other changes that they should have made that they did.
Oh Lord, Heavy Slam. That golem is fat. Not fat enough, apparently.
Hey, I thought we weren't using that word.
For my team, no. For Bertha's team, yes. Also, considering it was using Heavy Slam, that was an appropriate word to use.
Touche.
I was surprised you took that so well, and then I looked at the level difference, and then I was no longer surprised.
Don't be surprised. I came prepared for Cynthia, not for these wannabes. And she's going to use up her full restores on Golem, which I don't care about, because it got in its one attack. I can Grass Knot till Christmas. How many full restores does she have? No, I look, that's exactly correct, Octane Hyperion. I did not assume that I would gain enough levels here to battle Cynthia. I assumed that I would need to be competent enough to battle Cynthia right out the gate. And by the way, every turn that she was using those full restores, Eggman regained a little HP with those leftovers. Ah, Gliscor. Gliscor. Well, that will take neutral damage from Grass Knot. I'm probably slower than it. So... Dazzling Gleam. Oh, I'm not slower than it. I could have used Air Slash. Citrus Berry. Ah. Stone Edge, right? No, Thunder Fang. Interesting choice. Air Slash. Hope for the flinch. 60% chance. Or hope for the KO. Ah. Well, it did flinch. Now, she's used up her full restores. I don't want to risk this missing. Air Slash does have a chance to miss, so Dazzling Gleam. Boom. Yes, Legends Arceus is coming out soon. I did not time this on purpose, it just kind of happened. Where my last episode of this is going to be right before that happens. Don't know why you're sending out Hippowdon now. Wizard Kirby, thank you for this subscription. Grass Knot.
Yeah, I'm just kind of biding my time until I can go over to GameStop and pick up my pre-order.
I did not pre-order, and I probably won't actually order.
I've played it for around 40 minutes so far.
Enjoy. Rainbow
Nice.
Cloud, welcome. And thank you for the follow. Rhyperior.
Hey, I know that guy.
Rhyperior. What do you want to bet this actually has Solid Rock in this instead of Lightning Rod? It baffled me to no end that this had Lightning Rod for its ability in Platinum. Doesn't matter, because Eggman's got incredible special attack, and even with the Sandstorm buff, Rhyperior's special defense is garbage. Done. Alright. Pokemon will... me and my Pokemon... Well, technically my Pokemon don't dance around. They kind of fly around, but yes. Alright, let me see. Eggman needs to be healed. Actually, Eggman was the only one who battled in that. Good on ya, Eggman. Max, actually this is a job for a Hyper Potion. Oh, I guess it wasn't. Fine, then this is a job for a couple of Oran Berries. Three Oran Berries.